MWCL, California, Pennsylvania. I know this is weird to hear my voice on a 4 o'clock on a Wednesday, but nonetheless, we are here because I have a guest with me today, and that would be the media icon, Tad Jarvis. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Last week we had Jason here, so and so we can make that. So kind of wanted to hear your side of things and kind of get to know you a little bit as well. So let's get into it. Yeah. So media icon. First off, how'd that come about?
The social media icon. So funny enough, I had a match in Springfield, Pennsylvania. Springfield? No. Springdale. My bad. Springdale, Pennsylvania. And I was fighting the Great Alexander. And I remember going back and watching my match, and one of the guys said, "Hey, that is the social media icon right there." And I was like, "Oh, I like that a lot. That rings a bell." And of course, I was already doing, all the social media and stuff, and it was on my gear. And I'm like, that is a very good nickname, because I couldn't come up with a nickname for myself.
Right.
And I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I happen to take this?" And he's like, "Oh, man, I didn't even know I even said it. Yeah, go ahead, take it." I'm like, "Cool." So the social media icon. But let me backtrack before I even got that name. So getting into the business, I've always been a big wrestling fan. When I was in kindergarten, they asked me what I wanted to be. And I told them I wanted to be The Undertaker. And I'm not going to lie, they called my mom and they just were like, "Hey, we're a little concerned about your son." I'm like, "Why? What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, just so you know, your son wants to be an Undertaker." And she's like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, he wants to be an Undertaker." And I'm like, she's like, "Oh, no. I don't think you understand. He wants to be the Undertaker, like the wrestler, the Undertaker." So, fast forward out of high school, I was looking at schools, and I went and, I did go into the service. I did my time, and halfway through my time, I found the Stronghold, which has been very awesome. And getting to meet Brandon Kay and getting to see what he provides at the Stronghold, which was phenomenal at the time. Lee Moriarty was there at the time. We had Lady Frost and other wrestlers there. And it was really cool to see, what I wanted to do. And I wasn't fully sold on it, though. And my grandfather was like, "Hey, maybe you should do this." And we're driving on the way back to his place, and I'm like, "I'll think about it." He's just like, "I'll come to all your trainings and all your shows." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it." So we get to his house. He's like, "Listen, you wanted to play football in high school? You did it. You wanted to join the service? You did it. Why not say that you did professional wrestling and you did it? It's a dream." So I dropped him off, and it stuck with me for the whole night. I'm like, maybe he's right. What would be the hurt of I did it, So I called him up the next day. I was like, "Hey, I'm sold. Let's do it." And then, training with Brandon Kay and getting to, learn from him and other trainers throughout the area as well. And getting to meet, guys like Lee and seeing them into the, AEW. And then, later in when we're training, we have Thea Hale, who is training with us, and then she goes into WWE. And, that's really cool to see. And you're just like, all right, one day I'm going to make it there. I know it will. So, and that's, who I became along the way. I love the fans. I think they're great. Being able to go out and pull my phone out and, everybody wants to get in that video when I'm making my entrance and, hearing everybody cheer for you. It's great, And then along my way inside of doing this business and being in it, and, you find guys when they come into the business, guys like Jay Smart, to be exact. I watched him train. I was seeing how he was developing. He's very smart. He's very athletic. He knows what he's doing. And there was a time within I had a crew. It was me, Louis the Nerd. It was Jace Mara, and it was also Oh, I'm so terrible with names right now. Jason Hendricks, thank you. And and we had a team, and we beat the Great Alexander and his crew, whoever was fighting at the time. And we went off, and we were in a happy way. We had a good crew. And then eventually, me and the Great Alexander was having our one-on-one where we were ending everything there. We were done with each other. And then that's when Jason Hendricks betrayed us and attacked me and joined with the Great Alexander. Mm-hmm. At that same point in time, that's when Jace Mara was attacked by David Lawless and lost his Ascension Championship. Both of us frustrated, at our defeats and having people betray us. And we sat and we came together and we decided, hey, we kind of need protection for each other, and we trust each other enough to know that we got each other's back. We've all risen up from it. I've admired him when he was a young buck in the business to where he is now. And out of nowhere, we become tag team champions. We were on top of the world. We couldn't have been even more ecstatic than what we were at the point in time. And then along our line, we do happen to drop our tag titles. It happens, and sometimes you just can't get past that 3 count, and it happens. Well, Jace, he tends to, be nitpicky about certain things, and, I don't know if it's just like whatever darkness is getting inside of him, but, I was like, all right, whatever. We go to the Fayette County Fair, we win the tag titles back, right? So then next thing you know, we start going and training, and he's nitpicking. He's watching everything I'm doing. He's making fun of me. He's mocking me. And I'm like, okay, this isn't the Jace Mara I knew. And eventually it leads to us going to where he wants to cost us our opportunities and give me a leg drop and blame me for our tag title loss. Now, see, there's a point in time within your career where you have to understand that this is your fault. Like, you leg dropped me. You didn't try breaking out I took what I got. So, unfortunately, Jace Mara is just who he is. He's just a very toxic person. He became somebody who I don't understand anymore. So, I've heard him last week on the radio, or I don't understand where he came about.
Speak of the devil himself.
Yo, what is he doing here?
I didn't invite him.
What's up, losers?
You ain't supposed to be here.
It's weird to see you here.
No, it doesn't. No, what are you doing here? Because
How
this is
are
my
you?
time. You had
How
your
are
time
you?
last month. What are you doing here?
I was already down here. I was already here. I'm sorry I'm late, James. I was finishing up at the dorms.
But I didn't invite you. So
Jace does what he wants.
See, that's the problem.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hi. I'm here to interrupt you. There was a few plot holes in your story.
Yeah, the plot holes. What's the plot holes?
Who lost the tag team championships?
You cost us the tag team championships. Did you leg drop me?
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
There's video proof of you leg dropping me. No. Okay.
So this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
He left his brain in Mount Pleasant.
Your issue is that you don't want to take the blame for your own loss. Did I take the pin? Yes, I did. But you gave me the leg drop.
Correct.
You gave me the leg drop. Why couldn't you? Okay, if that's the case, then why couldn't you get back in the ring and break up the pin?
Say I did give you the leg drop. It's because of all the shiny lights shining right into your bald head blinded me.
Yeah, that's very funny. You're funny. Your issue is that you don't like to own up to your mistakes.
I don't think
And your
anybody on
issue
this
is-
radio